We're back at it. Yes, sir. I don't know if y'all miss me, but I missed you guys. I did. You know? And I'm so pleased and grateful to be here with you guys. For those of y'all that's gonna be watching this back, I go by the name SOLARMAN. Hold on, let me clean up my front screen real quick. And to be honest with y'all, the reason that I haven't been going live the last 3 days is because I've been in a, it makes me emotional thinking about it. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've been in a, I don't want y'all seeing my cleanup space. There y'all go. Y'all can look at the potential of my wall. There y'all go. Yeah, look at my wall and just imagine how it could be. You feel me? Just imagine how lit it could look. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want y'all to do. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I was having an existential crisis. My crisis was I want to present this myself. I want to be as presentable as possible to y'all. So it's like I didn't just want to pull up and just keep recording on my phone like this, bro. Even though, I've been doing it like this and, I'm gonna be fully transparent. A lot of my equipment is still in Dallas. It was really expensive moving everything up here, just getting up here, period. It's been a hell of a series for me, but I don't want to keep recording like this. So it's like I kind of stopped recording like this because I got an attitude about it. I'm like, man, I don't want to keep recording like this. You know what I mean? I want everything to be set up. I want my walls to be painted already. I want my stabilizer to be ready. I just want what I want. I just want what I want. And honestly, that's not the best way to do things. The best way to do things is to do what I'm doing right now. Is just to go with your move, focus on what you're saying and what you're doing, and then just keep doing that. Scale that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing today. But today we got a good one. For those of y'all that's gonna be watching this back, we got a real good one today. Tonight. It's something that I've been thinking about for a long time, actually. I've been thinking about how people get away with things. Like the people that we like get away with things, and the people that we don't like can't get away with nothing. You know what I mean? So, we kind of talking about what we like talking about on this channel, which is the occult, Illuminati, and kind of like how that relates back to your own life. Like, how does that, you feel me? Like, how does this relate back to our own life? So that's what we're talking about today. I do want to start name dropping and stuff like that, but we ain't got nobody in here. So I don't know if I should just go. I mean, I'm about 3 minutes in. I don't know if I should. This is an unscheduled live too, by the way. I've been meaning to get back to it, but like I said, man, I've been pouting, bro. Like I've been like, man, until I got everything together, I don't even want to go live and do this shit. I don't even want to. You feel me? My mic's been breaking on me through traveling and all that stuff. So it's just like, bro, I can have like a lot of reasons to have excuses, but it's kind of like I refuse to have any more excuses. So it's just like consistency is going to be what I'm gonna do. That's just gonna be it. No excuses involved. Anyways, I guess I'll give it to about 5 minutes. I guess I'll give it to about 5 minutes and then I'm gonna just run it, yo. I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds. And then I'm gonna just run it. Oh, we are monetized, by the way, too, y'all. So those of y'all that's watching this back, make sure y'all like, share, and comment because that help pushes us in the algorithm. Again, we are monetized too, by the way. Man, it's been a long time coming, but we still got a long way to go as we're steadily progressing and steadily building up our platform. Let me see. At 5 minutes, I'm gonna just run it, yo, and then y'all just gonna have to catch it back. And that's the thing about consistency too, bro. No matter who watching, who's not watching, you got to show up for yourself. Anyways, it's about 5 minutes, so I'm just running. So today we're talking about Jay-Z, we're talking about Prodigy, we're talking about Pimp C, and we're talking about Beyonce. And you might be like, yo, two of those people at least are dead, right? Right. Prodigy and Pimp C are dead. They've been deceased now. Well, Pimp C has been deceased now, I believe, for over 15 years, if not a little longer. You know what I'm saying? Prodigy just recently died. What's up with it, gang? What's up with it, y'all? What's up with it? What's up with it? I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all being here. We talking about Prodigy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Pimp C. Now, Prodigy has been dead for about 5 years or so, maybe a little longer, give or take. What's up with it, everybody? I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. We are the biggest, by the way. I appreciate y'all being here. We the biggest. We the biggest. Happy holidays, too. But how are all of these names intertwined together? All of these names are intertwined together because they were all murdered by Jay-Z. Appreciate that, dog. They were all murdered by Jay-Z. And if you don't think that's true, well, let's just talk about it a little bit. Let's bring up the first name, Pimp C. Does anybody know who Pimp C is? Pimp C is a Houston native who really is kind of like the founder of this trio. Well, they really say DJ Screw, but I'm gonna give it to PC, Pimp C, Bun B, and stuff like that. Y'all know I'm a Texas native, so Houston really got like a real big impact on the music scene. Houston really changed a lot of this stuff. I mean, y'all, jury, the stuff, chains, back in the early 2000s, we used to wear chains that were as big as my body, our jury, our grill pieces, that's all Houston. Sipping syrup, lean, chopped and screwed music, when they slow down the tempo and then they, you know what I mean? That's all Houston. That's all Houston. That's all really thanks to people like Pimp C. Pimp C was a real pioneer in the game, and he was like a real pioneer as far as the nonsense that we find in our country, in our culture as far as with music, again, with sipping lean and all that type of stuff there. So that's who Pimp C is. You know what I'm saying? How Pimp C relates to Jay-Z and Beyonce is because y'all know Beyonce has been in the game really, when she was with Destiny's Child and stuff like that there. But those were little girls when they were doing that, when they were touring. Beyonce has really been in the limelight since she was about 14, 15 years old. So you might be like, okay, what does that have to do with Jay-Z? Jay-Z has known about Beyonce and has been allegedly, we're going to say allegedly for the sake of the law. Allegedly, he has been in a romantic relationship with Beyonce ever since he met her at the ripe age of 15. I'll give him 16. I'll give him 16. He has been in a relationship with Beyonce ever since she was 16. They only became public after she became of age at about 21 or so. And this is true. I mean, if you ask any industry insiders and stuff like that, they will say that Jay-Z and Beyonce have been together or have at least been romantically involved ever since she was a little girl. So, I don't care who's watching it, bro. So you might be like, okay, what are you getting at? What I'm getting at is Pimp C and Beyonce are both from Houston, right? I don't know if you know this, but it's true. Pimp C and Beyonce are both from Houston. They're both Houston natives. Now, before Jay-Z went public with Beyonce, he did a song with Pimp C called Big Pimpin'. It was Pimp C's like commercial hit, basically that brought him to mainstream success. You know what I'm saying? Big Pimpin'. You feel me? Where he wore a fur coat on the beach and a big pimpin'. Y'all heard that song before. They used to play it on MTV every day. Y'all heard that song before. Anyways, that's how him and Jay-Z kind of got intertwined. Now, it was alleged that Pimp C didn't like Jay-Z because of Tupac, because, Tupac and Jay-Z kind of like didn't get along all the way when Tupac was still doing his thing, and Jay-Z didn't really get a name until after all these characters had vanished, until after Tupac had died, and then after Biggie had died. That's when Jay-Z started really building the buzz, because before then, wasn't nobody really too much paying the kid from Marcy Projects any attention. So after Biggie had died and after Tupac had died, that's when Jay-Z dropped his debut album. I believe it was 1999, called Reasonable Doubt. And that's when he started his career and he scaled his success. Why does all of this matter? So I'm gonna talk to you all about why this matters as far as who Jay-Z, how Jay-Z plays a role in all these characters, Beyonce, Prodigy, Pimp C, how he plays a role in all these characters. Then I'm gonna also tell y'all why he's like the gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? Why he's like the gatekeeper for the music industry, particularly the black side of the music industry, because he don't control like the pop side and like country music and stuff. He only control what black folks do. Only what the niggas do. He only control what the niggas do. You know what I mean? So he's kind of like he's kind of like on slave patrol for like the nigga side. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. Anyways, the way that he got something to do with all these murders is because Jay-Z has been at the epicenter or the center of all of these people's careers, either at the time of them scaling, Beyonce, or at the time of them dying, Prodigy and Pimp C. So Pimp C hooked up with Beyonce. I'm gonna just get right to it. Pimp C hooked up with Beyonce. He alleged that he had a tape of it. Right around the time that Beyonce and Jay-Z were getting married. He didn't say no names. But again, if you were in the industry and now it's being further released and alleged that he was definitely, because he said, I got y'all favorite R&B singer who's about to get married on tape and it's not with her husband. Who you think he was talking about? Salute. Who you think he was talking about? He was talking about Beyonce. He had Beyonce on tape, throwing it back. This is true. I'm just telling y'all what's true. He had Beyonce on tape, throwing it back. And, that's kind of like a bad look for Jay-Z. I don't know if it's a reason to kill a man, but hey, would you kill somebody if they were messing with your wife? Probably. You know what I mean? You'd probably consider it. But I'm kind of building up a background story as to the character of Jay-Z. Now, he met her as an underage girl, right? He did. He met her as an underage girl. Whenever you're in a state of you can't control your lowest desires, and that's what perverts do. You know what I'm saying? When they mess with little girls, whenever you can't control your lowest desires, your lowest self is, So these people, I'm bouncing all over, but I'm connecting. It's all connected, guys. These people are wizards. Or wizards and warlocks and witches and you feel me? These people, when I'm saying that, these people are master energy readers, whether it's for the good or whether it's for the bad. So Jay-Z is a master energy reader for the bad. You know what I'm saying? So you ever did something so much that you stop caring about it? You stop caring about how it made you feel. You ever did the wrong thing so much that you stop caring about how it made you feel? That's Jay-Z. He's been doing the wrong thing for so much, for so long, that it doesn't affect him anymore how it affects you and me. If we were to ruin somebody's career, or if we were to get somebody killed, or if we, all these things, they would affect us dearly. They would affect our minds. We wouldn't be able to sleep at night. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be able to look each other in the eye. But what these people do is that they get around other people who also have done so much that it's despicable. But they congregate, they meet, and they join societies where everybody got dirt on each other. So that's Jay-Z. Jay-Z is kind of like one of the worst human beings to exist currently. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that as an opinion piece. I'm saying that as a matter of fact, just based off of his choices and actions. So anyways, what am I talking about? I'm talking about how he hooked up with Beyonce and other little girls, Foxy Brown, you know what I'm saying, when they was little girls. That's what he did. It's the truth. I only say that to say as well that when you live like that, anything goes. If I steal from you, I'll kill you too. If I'll kill you, I'll steal from you too. If I'll steal and kill from you, I'll lie to you too. So that's why they say, if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you'll kill. Because all those things are connected. When you're being controlled and you're being maneuvered from your lowest desires, there's no telling what you will do in this life. There's no cap onto how bad you can get, because it can always get worse. And when you're living in hell, in a hellish realm of yourself, in a hellish dimension of a lack of self-control, there's no cap, there's no ceiling as to how wicked you can get. That's Sean Combs. I'm not Sean Combs, Sean Carter, excuse me. All these niggas named Sean for some reason. It's kind of weird. Anyways, that's Sean Carter. A wicked wizard man. That's who he is. So, anyways, Pimp C got Beyonce on tape, giving it up, throwing it back, giving up neck, all types of shit. You feel me? Kim K type shit. But Beyonce, all these people have a tape, by the way. It's not just Kim K. She just showed hers, and she sold hers. Well, her mother sold hers because her mother was her public relations manager at the time, and her mother kind of like is a master what they call witch as well, and she understood the algorithm at a time when you had to finesse a little bit more. You didn't really have the internet as you have it today. So anyways, I say all that to say Beyonce got a tape, Kim K had tapes, has tapes, Rihanna got tapes, has tapes, all of them. Doja Cat, all these people have tapes on them, of them, females and men. They got tape. The females got tapes of them giving it up to women and men. The dudes have tapes of them giving it up to dudes and women too. All compromising positions, because when you live in a life of degeneracy, meaning you're just kind of like the worst motherfucker ever. And when you live in a life like this, you need to be around other people who are I just told y'all that you need to be around another a group of people who are also living lives like this. That's the way that that's the reason why y'all be wondering, like, damn, why don't people be getting arrested for this? Because they're all in groups together, because pedophiles hang out with each other. Murderers hang out with other murderers. Thieves hang out with other thieves. And if you're doing all of the above, and you're just demons hang out with other demons. Put it like that. Am I calling Jay-Z a demon? He definitely operates in the demonic. I can't call him a demon. I don't know him personally, but I'm just going based off of his fruit. Yeah, he definitely operates in the demonic for sure. So we know Pimp C had a tape on Beyonce doing all types of stuff that grown folks do. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z caught wind of it, so he killed them. Now, you might be like, what? You know, Pimp C died from a lean overdose, bro. You don't know what you talking about, little nigga. Yeah, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Ask his mom. Before she died, she left many voice recordings stating that the coroner themselves told that the toxicology report was not that Pimp C overdosed or had too much cough syrup in his blood. The cause of death was something else. The coroners will tell you that. His mother will tell you that as well, but she got killed too. She died. But the coroners would tell you that Pimp C did not die the way that they said he died. Okay, that's Pimp C. That's one person. All right? Now, you can believe it or not believe it. I'm telling you that Jay-Z don't play. And the way that Jay-Z got this power, we're getting there, was through obedience and sacrifice. We're getting there, though. Moving forward, you got another character by the name of Prodigy. Prodigy is from that group called Mobb Deep. You ever heard of Mobb Deep? Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks, scared to shake, scared to look. Yeah, y'all know that. Y'all know that. Prodigy, the prodigal son. Y'all know him. He was doing a, you know, all these people always do tell-all books or full releases where they tell their truths, you know, after years of living in degeneracy or years of being in an abusive relationship or years of doing drugs. All these people, after a certain amount of time, they get a moment of realization and they just want to tell everything. Yeah, Prodigy was doing one of them before he died. You might be like, hold on. Just like Pimp C, young nigga, you don't know what you're talking about. Prodigy had sickle cell anemia, and the reason that he died was because of complications with sickle cell anemia. You know, people with sickle cell anemia, they don't live that long, no way. I would grant you this. People with sickle cell anemia do not live that long. Most of the time, I will grant you this. Even though Prodigy was well off into his 40s, going into his 50s with that, and usually people with sickle cell anemia don't even live that long. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I will grant you that he was not always healthy. However, if you research the way that he died, you might be like, he died from sickle cell anemia. That's what you would think, right? Because that's where the story ends. That's where the press release is in. But if you read further into it, no, he didn't die from sickle cell anemia. He died from choking on an egg. He died from choking on an egg. Now look, y'all. I'm not a doctor. I'm not the smartest. But this gentleman was in a hospital, and they said he died from choking on an egg in the hospital. He died from choking on an egg in the hospital. I have two questions. First question is, how long was he unsupervised? Now, I've been in hospital rooms before too. You can go a few hours without being supervised. I will grant you this. My first question though is, how long was he unsupervised? My second question is, who gave him a whole egg? I've never seen on some of y'all been in hospitals too all the time. Some of y'all tell me, have you ever received on a hospital tray a whole egg? Okay, let's say it was a devil egg. So he put the whole thing in his mouth and he started. What I'm saying to y'all is that it's cap. What does Jay-Z have to do with this? You might be asking yourself. Okay, this is what Jay-Z has to do with it. Welcome in, everybody. By the way, we are the biggest, by the way. Y'all want to make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, because we are the biggest. Tell your sisters, tell your cousins, tell your brother, tell your mama, tell your uncle, because we are the biggest, by the way. So I appreciate y'all being here on this Monday night special. Anyways, what all this has to do with Jay-Z, particularly the Prodigy one, is because in his tell-all memoir that he was getting ready to release, Prodigy named Jay-Z as a gatekeeper for hip-hop and also as a deplorable, meaning very bad human being, meaning that he was willing to sacrifice anything or anyone to get to the position that he is playing at currently. Prodigy said that. And how does Prodigy know? Because Prodigy himself admitted to being in this right here. Oh, my bad. He admitted to being in that right there. You might be like, what the heck is wrong with you? You got Tony Tunnel Vision or something? No. You guys ever heard of the boule? Let me do it better. You ever seen that before? You know what that means? The Rock. The Rock, the all-seeing eye. Yeah. Illuminati. Yeah. So Jay-Z, Sean Puffy Combs, they're all members in the Black Masonic organization because, you know, Freemasons go back all the way to ancient Egypt, but, you know, the Europeans kind of like twisted it into like, anyways, black people got to be over there and white people got to be over here. So the black people got to go join the Boule, part of the Masonic organization. That's what it's called, the Boule. And essentially, what they have is they have the same type of power and control, but just over blacks. You know, the Ashkenazi Jews control everything, but they use certain puppeteers to facilitate their agendas. I'll put it down in simpler words. They use niggas to go watch the niggas, to go do the nigga shit, and to go benefit from the niggas. But they the ones that supply the niggas with the ones that's watching the niggas. They the one that supply them with money and resources to keep watching them niggas and to keep the niggas low in a low vibration. So if you're wondering why this music's so demonic, why is the culture so fucked up? It's because of gatekeepers like Jay-Z bitch ass, like Sean Puffy Combs bitch ass, like who else is a bitch? L.A. Reid bitch ass. Who else is a bitch? LL Cool J. You know who not a bitch no more? Ice Cube used to be a bitch. He did until he kind of like having a change of heart. I get that to you, Ice Cube. You kind of like having a change of heart. You be in Cincinnati all the time too. I need to get the interview. But yeah, Ice Cube was a bitch for sure. Dr. Dre is currently a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm naming all these names because they are the gatekeepers of culture at this time. Even though their what's the word? The illusion or the mirage of their greatness, of them, of their control is fading away. Even though. So, anyways, I just told y'all these Ashkenazi Jews, the same Jewish motherfuckers that got Kanye West all doped up. Y'all know that. Y'all know Kanye West, he back on the dope right now. That's why he kissing the hand of a white Eastern European Jewish motherfucker. I don't know. No man deserves me to kiss his hand. No man deserves me to bow to him. Now I can show respect. In the Philippines, they got this thing where you show respect by grabbing the hand of your elders and placing it to your forehead. That's no problem. But I'm not kneeling down and I'm not apologizing to a man. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So I'm saying all these names and I'm giving you these pieces is because they all kind of relate back to I call it the go along, get along gang, where these motherfuckers look, if I was such a horrible person, right? Which I'm not, I try my best. But if I was such a horrible person and I had billions of dollars and I wanted to control the monopoly, because that's what this life is, it's monopoly, right? And I wanted to control the monopoly, I'm only gonna put people in position that I can control. And how can I control you? Because money can only go so far. I can only control you with my dollars so far. I need to have something else on you. If you're a heterosexual man and you have a family and stuff like that, I need to have videos of you getting your butt pushed in. I need to have videos of that. I need to have videos of you messing with little children. I need to have videos of that. If you're a woman, I need to have videos of you being disgraced and defamed and you just being promiscuous. I need to have videos of that. If you're a white guy, I need to have videos of you just doing just the worst shit to black people. I need to have videos of you being compromised. And I will. Especially if I give you my money. Y'all heard 607. Oh, if I give you money, I gotta fuck you. He doesn't mean literally. Well, he might mean literally. That nigga, he might mean literally. But it means that I gotta fuck you over. Because I do. I do. What up, Michigan? Shout out Nikki. What's up with it, y'all? I appreciate y'all being here. We are the biggest, by the way. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Because we are the biggest, by the way. And we monetize too, y'all, so we about to hit the road. I appreciate y'all being here. But we talking about Jay-Z today. And we talking about the boule. You know what I'm saying? The boule. Y'all know the boule? The boule. So why would I need to have you, again, in compromising positions? Is because I need to know I can trust you. If you're in the military, what they do is we have trust exercises that we do in the military. We have trust exercises where we, for example, if I need to trust the person right next to me, I'm going to be a marksman, and the person right next to me has to be the one loading my gun. That's one exercise. We got trust exercises where we fall into the arms of each other. We got stuff like that. We got exercises where one person has to unbury us as we're buried alive. You know what I mean? I say all that to say that at every organization or every facet of life, there's areas where you have to prove trust in order to be a part of that organization. The Freemasons, the Boule, whatever part of the Freemasons that you may be a part of, the Shriners, recruiting, whatever you might be a part of, there's an aspect of that where you have to prove yourself. You have to prove that you belong. Now, again, I just told you guys, if I have a bunch of money and I want to control the monopoly board that is life, and I need to do that through fashion, music, culture, food, etc., I'm only gonna put people in position that I know that I can trust. And the only way that I put people in positions is if they're just as fucked up as me. I'm fucked up. I got billions of dollars. I'm fucked up. I'm really fucked up. So I gotta pick other fall guys around me. This wasn't about him tonight. Well, I'm gonna throw his name out. Sean Puffy Combs is not the worst human being in the music industry, guys. He's a product of it. The worst motherfuckers in the music industry are the ones who are pulling their sponsorships away from these people as they get publicly shamed. Those are the worst motherfuckers. Haley Pasternak. You know who Haley Pasternak is? I just mentioned him very briefly, but I'll mention him again. Haley Pasternak used to be in the Canadian Special Armed Forces, meaning he was part of the Canadian CIA. And then after he never officially retired, but after retiring from the Canadian CIA, he then became a personal trainer and a nutrition specialist for Hollywood, and he became A-list actors and celebrities' personal dietitian and what's the word? Personal trainer. That's who Haley Pasternak is. So you might be like, damn, what a life, you know? He worked really hard and stuff like that. These people are Nepo babies. You know what a Nepo baby is? A Nepo baby is my daddy got money, so now all I gotta do is really just not fuck up all the way, and I'm gonna have money too. I'm gonna be put in a position of power. My daddy got money, so he hired me, and then so on and so forth. That's called nepotism. That's who Haley Pasternak is. Outside of that, Haley Pasternak is the personal trainer and nutritionist for some of your favorite celebrities. Kanye West, was Jay-Z, who's Leonardo DiCaprio's A-list celebrities, the top of the mountain. Top of the mountain. Now you might be like, why does that matter? And how is he how are you relating him to Jay-Z? How are you relating him to, what's your angle with talking about Haley Pasternak? My angle with talking about Haley Pasternak is that he's a perfect example of you can't get along if you're not a part of the gang. So a couple years back, I won't even say a couple, about a year and a half ago, Kanye was going on another one of his little rants. And this time he was exposing some messages between himself and Haley Pasternak. And in the messages, Haley Pasternak states, because this one, Kanye was just like, so these people have done so much bullshit in their lives that anytime that they get to say some real shit, it's like liberating for them. You know what I'm saying? Kanye himself. He still is able to look at the remnants of his soul. That's why he can go to do shit by himself. That's why he gets on these spouts, is because Kanye got here from being soul driven. You know what I'm saying? And then he kind of lost his way as he was in Hollywood and shit. And he became the monster and shit that he used to idolize growing up and shit. Anyways, I say all that to say, in those messages, Haley Pasternak was like, but anyway, what Kanye was talking about, he was like, the real Jews, the people of the curses of Deuteronomy, the 12 tribes that got scattered all over the world, that would be the laughing stock of every nation, that would be hated by every nation, that would be haunted, man, woman, and child, those people, who that sound like? Anyways, Kanye West said that's, us, and so after that, because you can only do so much when you're in these positions. You know what I mean? You can be J. Cole, where you can be conscious and shit, but you still talking about nigga shit. You can be XXX Tentacion, and kind of speaking positivity, but it's still you ain't talking about nothing. When you start talking like Kanye, and you start talking like Kyrie Irving, and you start relating the 12 tribes back to who they are as people, that's when you gotta go. That's when you gotta shut up. That's when we'll dope you to zombie land. And that's what Haley Pasternak said. Those aren't my words. That's what he told Kanye West in those text messages, that he'll dope him to zombie land and that visits with his children won't be the same anymore. So he threatened this man. Oh yeah, he's a cunt. He's a real cunt. Hey, this Haley Pasternak guy. And I'm not saying Kanye West is a good guy either. I just told y'all that these people are the worst people. These people are not just Kanye, not just Jay-Z, not just Sean Puffy Combs. Those are on the black side. And the black side has control, because black control culture and shit like that. But, we don't really, we're still asking for a plate at the table. because the table has been set up in a building that was stolen. Anyway, you know what I mean? I'm connecting it all back to Jay-Z. I'm saying all this to say that again, you don't get in these groups. You don't. Haley Pasternak wasn't set in position to watch Kanye West and Jay-Z just because he was a good nutritionist. He's also an Ashkenazi Jew as well. So even though that they put these niggas in position of power, they still gotta have somebody to watch the niggas. He's the nigga watcher. He watches white people too, but them white people still monkeys to them. They don't care nothing about them. They don't care nothing about no celebrity, bro. A celebrity doesn't mean anything to these people. They're just bigger pieces on the chessboard. I'll read a couple comments. Yeah, that's what they do. They just try to confuse us. They just try to confuse us. But the good thing about this age of information, I kind of say this, I'll say it again. The good thing about this age of information is that I can look at you, and you can look at me too, and you can look at my eyes, and you can tell whether I'm serious, I'm sincere, whether I'm spouting out something I don't really know what I'm talking about, whether, you can see through me. You can see in me and through me. That's the same thing going on now. The reason that Jay-Z is responding to all these allegations against him, how the allegations about his kid and shit that look just like him. But like normally 9 times out of 10, his son been making these accusations. His son is like older than me. His son like 30 something. And his son been trying to get in contact with his dad. He didn't have daughters do this shit. But when you got status, celebrity, and power, the power being that you're intertwined with these Ashkenazi Jews, and you're also intertwined with these Boule Freemasons, and you're also intertwined with BlackRock and the Rockefeller Foundation and shit like that there, because you're an asset to them. Only because you're an asset, you don't go to jail. Young Thug was an asset to the Boule, because Young Thug's a part of the Boule as well. He's a Mason as well. So is NBA Youngboy. So is DDG. Anyways, I say that to say, when you're an asset, you don't go to jail. Not right away. R. Kelly had to go to jail because he was no longer an asset. He was becoming a bigger headache than what he was worth. That's why R. Kelly went to jail. Y'all know that? That's why he ain't go to jail for when he was supposed to in 2002, when he first got indicted on it. Everybody knew. Let's go listen to Big Homie CC talk about dude. Big Homie CC. Go listen to Big Homie CC talk about R. Kelly. Go listen to all these stories where everybody already knew that dude was a weirdo. He used to be in the locker room, booty naked, dick hanging, while there was a bunch of men and shit around. Just talking, normally. Freaky dude, freaky man, bro, freaky dude. Anyways, when he was a top selling artist and he could tour all over the world, and he had, the amount of allegations against dude is out the gym. But when he was a benefit to society and he shaped culture at that time, he did not have to go to jail. That's why he had the best lawyer, this fat ass Ashkenazi Jew motherfucker. He had him make some deals under the table, stuff that you and I aren't privy to where his trial got pushed back 6 years. That's why they say, for real, America, it can be bought. Like, if you go to jail right now, and you got some money to play with, a lawyer that knows what's going on is going to tell you, look, this is my price for you to do 5 years. This is my price for you to walk free. And this is my price for it to make all this shit go away. There's a price. R. Kelly could pay that price, but again, that's when the label was willing to pay because he was worth the trouble. He was worth the trouble. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. We are the biggest, by the way. We're bigger than everybody. I appreciate y'all being here. So we talking about R. Kelly, Sean Puffy Combs, Jay-Z, Prodigy, Pimp C, Beyonce. That's what we talking about today. So if y'all notice too, before R. Kelly went to jail, what happened to him before he went to jail? He got dropped by his label. He got dropped by his label right before he went to jail because they were removing their hands of him. They were washing themselves clean of R. Kelly, of Robert Kelly. They no longer had use for him. That's why they will let him rot in a cell. That's the best way he could have went out. The other way is that they'll kill you. Prodigy. But the difference between Prodigy and R. Kelly is kind of like, R. Kelly retarded, bro. He retarded in the sense like he really thought that he could just keep fucking on little girls and just being a pervert, and like he didn't have no discipline with it. You know what I'm saying? Sean Puffy Combs had a little bit more discipline than R. Kelly, but still they ain't had no discipline with how he'll fuck on people. You know what I mean? How he was just like trying to fuck man, woman, child. Like he was trying to fuck everybody. Like he had a little bit more discipline than R. Kelly though, just a little bit. And then like Sean Carter, Jay-Z has more discipline than all those guys at this time because he's smart. He know how to move. You're not gonna hear about nothing going on with Jay-Z because he at the top of the mountain because he learned how to play this Monopoly game with these Ashkenazi motherfuckers at the highest level. That's Jay-Z. So, what does that lead to us now? And what does that have to do with culture right now? And what is it that like we can do about it? Well, the main thing that you want to do about this is that you want to be aware of what's going on. So what's going on is, again, that the industry itself, the music industry itself is a cabal. Meaning it's like a bunch of, remember at the beginning of the live, we just talked about how degenerate, evil motherfuckers got to work with other evil motherfuckers in order for shit to work. It's a bunch of evil motherfuckers that benefit off of you and I's emotional energy and attention. But all that shit is kind of crumbling right now. That's why they got to move to different aspects of culture. They got to move to streaming. And they got to push the same agenda except in streaming. And then they'll do that, and then they'll also stick with their main guys that they can push. That's why, like, you got a Lil Uzi Vert that just signed to Balenciaga. That just signed to Rock Nation management and publishing. Lil Uzi Vert just signed to Rock Nation managing and publishing because he's a good puppet. Like, Lil Uzi Vert is still lit enough, being he can still sell albums that people want to buy, so he can still be used. And he's being used at the highest level because he just signed to Rock Nation. And Rock Nation only fucks with people who can be used. They'll either fuck with you or they'll fuck you over. Y'all know about Rock Nation, right? Rock Nation. Y'all know about Rock Nation? Rock Nation, the same people that got Tory Lanez put in jail. Oh, yeah, y'all know that because y'all know Tory Lanez. He ain't shoot Meg. Meg said he, and I'm not saying because I'm just so much on Tory Lanez side and I'm anti-Meg. No. She said out of her own mouth that he didn't shoot her. All of this is tied back to Jay-Z because I can just briefly talk about Tory Lanez real quick too. Tory Lanez is tying back to Jay-Z because Tory Lanez was working with Rock Nation as well because he was, you know what I'm saying? He was part of them people too. Kevin Hart. He was part of them people too. But how Tory Lanez fucked up was Tory Lanez wasn't trying to recoup on his deal. Meaning like he was trying to go independent. He was trying to use his own bag and his own knowledge of the industry and his own contacts and his own relationships that he's made in the industry. And he was trying to use that to go solo. And it's like, nah, nigga, nigga, so you trying to basically like, you trying to be the plug. Nah, nigga, you still need to buy from me. That's how, Rock Nation and the industry was to Tory Lanez. Like, nah, nigga, you still need to buy from us. You still need to re-up with us, shop with us, sell with us, because if you're not with us, then that means you're against us, nigga. And if you're against us, that means you can die. Because you're high collateral. High collateral meaning that you're a high piece of you were like an expensive asset that was bringing us in a lot of money, and now you don't want to bring us in a lot of money. You just want to make your own money. And then another thing that Tory Lanez did too, outside of fucking with Meg, was he did this thing. It's no longer lucrative anymore, but it was. It's called the NFT. NFT shit was the digital photos and shit like that you could buy. Yeah, it was the NFTs. Tory Lanez showed everybody how basically as an artist you can sell your likeness digitally, and you can do that direct to the consumer. So you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go through no label. You ain't got to go through no stupid ass Spotify distribution. You can just sell directly to me. If I want y'all to fuck with me and buy an album and not go through none of that shit, all I gotta do is make up cover art and y'all can buy the shit on like eBay or something for like $1. That's what Tory Lanez did. So he got the industry. He finessed. He had to go. He had to go, bro. And who was at the top of that? Roc Nation. Roc Nation, it was funded and started by who? Jay-Z. Roc Nation was a subsidiary through Rockefeller Records, which was founded by Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and Ashkenazi Jew motherfuckers. Now, Roc Nation is a subsidiary of the Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? They their own shit now. But now they got some of the biggest names on the planet. Megan Thee Stallion, Lil Uzi Vert, Rihanna. That's who Roc Nation represents. The best of the best. You know, the real Illuminati motherfuckers. Roc Nation is also the same entity that was representing Tory Lanez during his trial too. Because Tory Lanez had to switch his lawyer, I think 2 or 3 times. But his original lawyer that went with him to trial, and I was trying to get him to sign off on a plea agreement and just say he did it, when he was like, nah, I ain't fucking do it because I didn't shoot her. I didn't shoot the bitch. I didn't. So why would I say that I shot her? Because they said that it would be in his best interest if he did that. So when he didn't do that, his lawyer not only dropped him and then went to go produce our own show that was published and produced by Roc Nation. His lawyer did that. So there's already a conflict of interest there. So the trial should have been dismissed just from that, because it's a conflict of interest. So anyways, his lawyer went to go do that. And then also what ended up happening to him was after he released that Roc Nation did all this to him, that's when y'all heard about him getting stabbed up. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? All this shit be getting swept under the rug, bro. Because Jay-Z and them niggas, they got power, bro. That's called power. That's called influence. That nigga got stabbed for talking too much, boy. And what? They tried to take him out of here, bro. They did, maliciously. Because his God is so good. Because there's still time for Tory. There's still time for him to repent. His God is so good that they let him live. His God let him live. Good for him. But they tried to get him up out of here, cuz. So, that's who Roc Nation is. That's who these people are. I'm just telling you. Now you understand who these people are. And I can relate all of this back to Jay-Z because at all of these names that I just mentioned to you, Rihanna, Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, who the fuck else I've been talking about? Oh, Prodigy, Sean Puffy Combs, Tupac, Biggie. Who the fuck else I've been talking about? I already said Prodigy. Well, Prodigy again if I ain't say Prodigy. Pimp C if I ain't say Pimp C again. All these people, Jay-Z is intertwined in it. And you might be like, how did Jay-Z get this position of authority and the power? Because Jay-Z was willing to do business on a higher level, unlike these other players. And in order to do business, you got to be willing to make sacrifices. What up with it, y'all? I appreciate y'all being here. We are the biggest, by the way. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, because we monetize and we trying to get this stuff as going as high as we can get it so we can hit the road. I'm trying to see y'all. I know y'all want to see me. Don't y'all want to see me? I'm trying to see y'all. Anyways, we're talking about Jay-Z today and how he's intertwined with culture and being the biggest gatekeeper and kind of like the biggest fuckboy of the 21st century. He's the worst. Can't stand him. Beyonce is too. So Who are these people and how do they relate to culture now? What they are is Beyonce is the high priestess of the music industry. Jay-Z is kind of like the high warlock of the music industry because what y'all don't know is that you and I might think that this shit is conspiracy, magic, energy, however you want to frame it. You know, you and I can spend hours debating if it's real or not. But people who make moves that affect your life know wholeheartedly that this shit is real, and that's a fact. So with that being the case, especially in like an industry like entertainment, you gotta have somebody's at the top of it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have somebody at the top of the mountain. You know, it used to be people like Quincy Jones when he was still alive. He would initiate everybody into this shit. Initiate how? Oh, you gotta bend over. You gotta suck some. Yeah, you gotta suck some dick. You do. You gotta bend over. You do. You do. Quincy Jones would initiate everybody. Now, again, this is all in the black space. Now, and you know, black kind of like runs everything. So, you know, now what you gotta do is you gotta go through Beyonce or Jay-Z. That's what you gotta do. Y'all ever notice that music awards, when people be giving their speeches and shit like that there, one of the first things that they'll do is thank Beyonce? You ever notice that? You don't have to take my word for this. Go, after this live, go research the amount of celebrities that sit back and thank Beyonce that never even worked with her. Because they're all in the cabal. They're all in that. Their publicist, their road manager, told them that if you win this award, or when you win this award, because they all know before they get on stage that they're gonna win or not. When you win this award, make sure you thank Queen Bee. Because she's the high priestess. She's the high priestess over the music. Again, everybody's working together. One hand kisses the other. And if I am a degenerate, I'm a pervert, I'm a murderer, I sexually assault women on a high level, I need to be around other people who do that. If I'm a woman, on the same aspect, I sexually assault men and women, I'm a murderer, I'm just the worst. I need to be around other women who do that. Or if I want to benefit in this diabolical industry, I need to give thanks to these motherfuckers. This is true. This is true. So I just gave y'all two instances. We talked about the main thing that this was about Pimp C and about Prodigy. Because go ask Pimp C's mother in the corner that had to examine Pimp C's body. The toxicology report did not state that he overdosed on any type of heroin or any type of extremity in his system. It was more so like a poison type of thing going on with Pimp C. Go talk to his own mama about it. She's no longer here, but she left plenty of recordings for you to listen to. Go listen to his mama. Don't take my word for it. Prodigy was getting ready to release a tell-all memoir in relation to his involvement with the Boule and Masonic organizations that he's been a part of ever since he was a youth, and he was writing poetry, and he was a dancer. Because, you know, all these niggas be lying. None of these niggas is gangsters. None of these niggas is none of that. Niggas be actors. Niggas be poets. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that they have to portray this image in order to sell records because the Ashkenazi Jewish motherfuckers and labels that they're under in these gangster-ass situations that they get involved in will only promote degeneracy. They will only promote human sacrifice, particularly of the people of the 12 tribes of Israel. They will only promote that shit. You gotta make some music where you talk about sacrificing niggas, where you talk about sacrificing yourself, where you worship the dollar. You gotta make music like that. And you gotta be influential doing it. Niggas gotta like you. So, Prodigy was getting ready to release a tell-all memoir in relation to that. and he was naming specific and it's not like we can't see the work that he was working on. Right now, you can go Google right now. Why you want right now? As soon as you hop off the live, you can go Google Prodigy writing about how Jay-Z's been sold out. And, you know, you might be like, damn, he sold out to be, you know, successful. He sold out to go make some money. He sold out to whatever. No, he's saying he sold out, meaning he sold himself out. He sold his family out. He sold out people like, he said he had something to do with Tupac and Biggie and all this shit. Go listen to Prodigy's words. Don't take my word on it. So, what's the solution for all of this? You know, I got 5 more minutes. Let's talk about solutions. You know, this is what happens. And this is kind of like what racists do too. Whenever you make some headway or whenever you make some progress in an area to where you can compete on the same level as racists, they'll change rules or change the law to make it to where, oh, no, actually we meant this, even though it's been like this forever. But since y'all niggas here, nah, it's actually like this. You got to fill out form 782 when we've been telling you all to fill out 780 forms prior to that. Now you got to fill out 2 more forms, and that's going to take you like 20 years to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm using metaphors, but I'm just letting you know that this is how people get down when they're cowards and when they don't want you to compete. So I kind of lost my point where I was going with that, so I ain't gonna worry about it. But I'm tying it all back to Jay-Z essentially. Oh, the solution. I remember now. I said at that point that racists and people have changed the goalposts when you make some leeway because we've been making leeway in relation to how we deal with our celebrities and people that we idolize, and we've been doing what's called, it's been an exposing type of year. The reason that celebrities are taking the brunt hit of the exposing is because celebrities represent culture and where we're at with it. Like if shit is going good in the world, celebrities represent that through the movies. If shit is going bad in the world, celebrities represent that through how they dress. That's why the Met Gala is such an important ritual, because it shows you where society, what the trends of society are currently at this time and where they intend to be headed to in the next 10 to 20 years or so. That's why the Met Gala and shit like that is important as far as just observing how these rich motherfuckers think about us. Anyways, I say all that to say, the solution to all of this is kind of like what we've already been doing. We've been taking our attention away from celebrities and from idolizing people. But then what they'll do is they'll move the goalposts. Okay, now, oh, y'all don't like the Jay-Z rappers no more. Y'all don't like the Sean Puffy Combs just idolizing people because of their name no more. Oh, okay. Y'all don't like Beyonce just because her name Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's do some new shit. Streaming. Now we're just gonna now we're gonna make these streamers who have no talent, who have nothing of substance to talk about or say. Now we're just gonna put them in front of you because that's you. You know, that's more relatable to you. That's more that's more reachable for somebody like you. You know, Kai Cenat, Neon, you know, dweeb motherfuckers. No offense, Kai or Neon. Really, I was talking about Neon with the dweeb motherfucker shit. I know I'm gonna meet y'all niggas one day, but I'm just using it as an example to tell my people that they'll put motherfuckers who look relatable in your face so you don't think about the shit that's not relatable no more. Again, y'all was just making some leeway. Y'all had taken y'all attention and y'all money and y'all finances away from these bitch ass, gay ass rappers. From this dumb ass, expensive ass, trendy ass, dressing ass culture. From these stupid ass, repetitive ass movies. You know, y'all was taking y'all attention away from culture. Good. Here's some more culture for you. Let's put some people that are relatable in your face. Let's put your favorite rappers, but let's just get them behind the camera now. And you still got the same Hollywood talent media agencies that are behind these rappers and shit too. and these streamers and shit too. The same ones that was a part of the A-list society now, then is the same thing that's going on now, but they just moved the goalposts to make it more relatable for you. So what is the solution? It's not gonna be nothing y'all wanna hear. But I'm gonna say it anyway. The only solution is to completely unplug from media itself, at least for a period of 90 days. Do I think it's possible? Yeah. I don't know if I don't know. Like, I think it's paused. Can y'all hear me still? Can y'all still hear me? If y'all can still hear me. Can y'all hear me?